In soccer since I was 5 years old. Started with Upward and then started with the Leo middle school teams and then started playing high school and decided that soccer was my sport. I further wanted to play travel and I decided to play with Sport Club. College soccer has been a dream for me since freshman and sophomore year of high school. I went to the Manchester University ID camp and I really liked it. Their team is very young. They have a lot to look forward to. They're big on family and that's what I really like. The last couple months have been very critical, battling through both my surgery and my other injury. I've worked with Mike at Parkview Athletic Rehab to strengthen my knee. The EDGE program makes me better as a soccer player because soccer comes with strength and with the agility, change of direction. I've become a faster runner. Tiffany has helped me become a better person in general. She's helped me throughout my injuries and she's one of my #1 supporters. PSM has been very beneficial with making sure I'm still healthy and becoming more healthy, and that made me drive to be better at soccer. I'm very happy from where I came.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I'm Emerson Weaver from Leo High School and Empowered Volleyball Academy. I first picked up a volleyball, I was probably like 8. I started playing club because my best friend did it, especially going into my late middle school years. I started training hard and now I'm playing high school and I love it, and I'm playing beach and I love it, and it's amazing because I get the best of both worlds. For the past 2 years, I really focused on beach, and that's really where I kind of want to go with my future. At Empowered, we've done specific sports performance training with PSM, and it's really just helped us grow as athletes. I notice it, I'm jumping higher, I'm running faster. It's just really helped me overall. It's insane how much of a better athlete I've become, being able to lift and do all those different movements, and I can really just notice it as a club. It's truly helping us all the way around as volleyball players. It's just been super beneficial.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And I mean, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And I mean, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
PSM is not just for me, it's for all athletes in the city, because I'm not the only person in the city that's playing different sports. There's people that play golf, lacrosse, every type of sport in there. I like how it's just personalized. So like your sport, over the winter and most of the summer, I think I focused on putting on weight, putting on more muscle. That'll help in all aspects of football, being able to defeat blocks, tackle, and prevent injuries more. I'm way stronger in other like mental aspects of the game, my approach at the plate, how to play different hitters and all that type of stuff that goes into the game. But once August came around, then it was full football mode. It was kind of cool to get that first football offer, and it also shows people around the area that I'm something other than just a baseball player.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
basically the sport for me, and I knew that. I grew up on a golf course. A lot of my family's played golf, and then there's been a lot of college golfers I played with, and I've always wanted to be like them. College golf's always been a goal, and I'm excited that I'm going to get that chance. I ended up choosing Franklin. I really like it there. Really young program. Great school as well. I just enjoyed it there, and definitely excited for the 4 years. I started Edge 2 years ago, and that's where I've noticed my biggest improvements. It's coming in here, getting speed, agility, as well as rotation and everything. It all translates to the golf game, becoming stronger, getting some club speed, be able to hit it farther. You have to put in the work. Also, the mental game's a big thing, and Tiffany and I work on that a ton, and I think she's probably one of the biggest reasons why I am where I am. That's a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff that you really don't think about that really translates to the golf game.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Why choose Kelly Chevrolet? We offer a wide selection of new and used inventory with a team that guides you to your perfect fit. Our certified pre-owned options ensure peace of mind with warranties and rigorous inspections. Competitive pricing, flexible financing, and convenient trade and services, making your dream Chevrolet a reality. Trust our experienced service team to keep your vehicle in top shape and enjoy free car washes as long as you own your vehicle.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Buy Hay Arena here on the campus of Northside High School. And we welcome you to this edition of high school girls basketball on SummitCitySports.com. I'm Thad Goff. Matt Jackson is running the camera tonight. And the matchup is between the Northside Legends and the visiting Fremont Eagles. The Fremont Eagles, they've made the 50-minute drive from Fremont, Indiana, just south of the Michigan border. In fact, perhaps you've heard of Angola, Indiana. Angola is home to Trine University. We've done some high school volleyball broadcasts from Angola High School. Last couple of years, we've broadcast the PSM Holiday Hoops Series from up in Angola. Well, Fremont is north of there. So it's a long drive for the Fremont Eagles, and they're looking to come away with a win. And win is just what they have been doing for most of this season. The Eagles come in at 7-3, I beg your pardon, under the leadership of third-year head coach Shay Thomas. Shay Thomas has won 31 games in her 3 years as Fremont's head coach, and they are coming off a sectional title from a year ago, a 16-9 campaign. Fremont is out of the Northeast Corner Conference. Now, for Northside, it's been a struggle for them this year, and it's been a struggle for them in girls basketball for quite a while. However, the Legends are coming off of their first win of the season. They did defeat New Haven just a week ago here at Buy Hay Arena. That was their last game, so they've had a full week to prepare for this matchup against the Fremont Eagles. And even though Kamaya Morris is not one of their top scorers, Morris really did show something for Northside a week ago against New Haven. She was a scrappy defender, constantly going after loose balls, and she showed you some good speed, taking those steals to the basket and getting a couple of buckets in the end. Aubrey Blakey is the leading scorer. She's averaging just over 10 points per game on the season. Now for the Fremont side, their leading scorer is Grace Sharlock, averaging 14.9 points per game. Maya Turner averages 13.3 points per game. Sharlock and Turner are both sophomores, and Addie Parr averages 11.6 points per game. She's a senior. So this Fremont team is not only a winning team, but a young team. You would think that if they can keep the success going this year, those youngsters might just be able to carry on that success going into next year. Got just about a minute left before we get this game started. We'll go ahead and pay some bills while we got a chance to do so. Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. New state-of-the-art car wash facilities. Free car washes when you buy from Kelly Automotive. Shop drivekelly.com. Tom Steel Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They will help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services. At Ottenweller Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process from bid to build. Visit OttenwellerContracting.com. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in the area from ages 5 to 18. Jump on board. Together we can reach the summit. Jolly Law Firm is the area's best criminal defense firm, helping defend the accused from the government. Whether you are facing an OWI or any other criminal accusation, Jolly Law Firm is the answer.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to
And with that, we will go to our next break and come back in just a matter of moments. You're watching high school girls basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Nice little introduction there for the Lady Legends. They run through the tunnel, and head coach Michael Wallace gives them a little bounce pass and gives them a chance to shoot a layup before they take the court here at Baihei Arena. Shioka Cleaning and Restoration, providing commercial cleaning services, including janitorial, water damage, and state-of-the-art disinfecting services throughout Northeast Indiana. We'll mention that we've had one game already today on SummitCitySports.com. That was Churubusco versus Northrop Boys, and Northrop was the winner of that game. So the Bruins get their second win of the season. They only won one last year under then first-year head coach Shane Merriman. Now, these Northside Legends only won 2 games all of last year. If they can win this one, they will match that total. Well, Mitchell doing a good job staying with the ball handler there for Northside as Fremont starts the game with the first possession. Well, you see Northside in black on your scoreboard, but the team wearing the black jerseys in this game is Fremont. Basket is good. Grace Sharlock gets the scoring started here at Baihei for the Eagles. It is Northside wearing the white uniforms and Fremont wearing the black uniforms. Yeah, those colors you see on your scoreboard don't perfectly match the jersey colors. Feed inside to Floto. Comes open just enough and is able to get the bucket, and we are tied. There's been times this season where Northside will get off to a good start, maybe get the first bucket or two. They had the first bucket against Warsaw, but the Tigers ended up running away with that game when they came here to By-Hay Arena. That's a really good Warsaw team. Addie Parr, the senior, double-digit scorer on the year, swings it cross-court to Folk, and Folk is called for traveling. So this time down, Northside gets the stop. Well, there's Kamaya Morris. I believe that's her first touch, but she's going against some full-court pressure. 1-2-1-1 press. They find Morris down the floor, and that's going to be called out off the Eagles. Micaiah Harmeyer will inbound for Northside. Goes long and into Mitchell. Mitchell through traffic, forced it up. It's knocked out of bounds by the Eagles. Looked like Maya Turner and possibly Grace Sharlock got their hands on the ball. No foul was called, just a ball out of bounds. 6:33 to go here in this first quarter. Oh, wide open is Morris. Parr closed in just enough to make her think better of shooting that three. But Harmeyer knocks down her three to give Northside the lead. So Northside does score on its first two possessions. Sharlock drives and throws it away. Northside ball. She was looking for Addie Parr near the sideline, and the Eagles turn it over. Mariana Mitchell, again, going up against that little diamond press there, trying to thread the needle. She got the pass to Harmeyer. Cross-court feed to Morris. Well, you like the unselfishness that we're seeing early on, but these are some tough passes that Northside is having to make. They do get fouled here on this possession. Grace Sharlock called for the foul.
Foul number 10, her first team's first.
It's a first-team foul against the Eagles. They try to feed it inside. Floto makes the catch, then the feed, and Mitchell puts it home. And there's some more of that unselfishness from the Legends. Mariana Mitchell on the board for the first time. Floto, she's got 2 points and an assist. Here comes Parr down the baseline, ran out of room, and stepped on the chalk. Blakey and Floto bring the double team. And Michael Wallace wants a timeout. Well, they take that timeout. We got a couple replays worth showing you here. They are brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. We know Micaiah Harmeyer can shoot it from outside and had just enough space there. That was a long 3-2. There was a little bit of space between her feet and the three-point line. And she's able to knock it down seemingly with no trouble at all. And then how about the good unselfishness here from the Legends? Floto gets the feed inside. And against the double team, she's able to find Mariana Mitchell. That was not an easy pass to make as Floto was right near the baseline, very close to turning it over. Instead, found the open Mitchell. Can the Legends keep this up? Now, there's a difference in class here. Northside's in 4A. Fremont is in 1A, but Fremont comes into this game with the better record. And they've gone up against Fort Wayne competition. In fact, they've gone up against SAC competition. They played Wayne earlier this year. Lost that game, but only by 3. But how about the high-low action as Floto's able to put it in? That's going to be a foul called on Floto, and that'll be the first against the Legends. But they've got a 9-2 lead, largest lead of the game for Northside. They got the made shot out of the timeout, and now Shea Thomas will make a substitution here. I believe that's Haley Heller, number 24. Yes, it is. Got a clearer look at the number as she was cutting without the ball. Inbound goes to Grace Sharlock. Sharlock's got the only points of this game for Fremont so far. Mitchell staying with her, and Floto's got the steal. Mitchell might have gotten a hand on that thing. Floto posting up down low. She's been very active in this game. I think she's gotten a touch on every possession so far. Trying to get her another one, but the pass goes high. Easy steal for Sharlock. Morris picks her up. Charlock gets a screen. Heller sets the screen for Braylee Moss. 4.5 minutes left to go. Northside leading 9-2 over Fremont. Double team comes. Blakey almost forced a turnover. The Eagles recover, but Heller's shot was contested by Floto. Jayana Floto getting it done offensively and defensively, but this time Fremont disrupts that high-low action. Disrupt the screen and roll there as Charlock's three is off the mark. That's going to be touched last by Floto, and Fremont will keep it. 4:05 on the clock here in the first quarter. Inbound goes to Heller. She goes baseline. Double teamed again. Pull-up jumper. Turner. No good. And Harmeyer able to get the board. Fires a long pass over to Morris. Mitchell leaning in. No good. It's kind of a rushed look there for Mitchell. And here comes Turner trying to beat the pack. Couldn't finish. Parr's putback won't go. And Floto's got the board. Morris will get that one over to Mitchell. She fakes the pass. Blakey uses the screen. That's a rush shot again, and she missed it. Last couple of times down, we've seen some rush shots from these legends. Step back three, Charlock, air ball. Comes right into the hands of Mitchell. Mitchell kind of serving as the de facto point guard here. Floto sets the screen. Another screen and roll action. Looked like Fremont was ready for it, but they get it to her again. That's stuck between the backboard and the rim. Luckily for Northside, the arrow does favor the Legends. So they're going to keep the basketball. And they're calling for an extra basketball to try and knock that ball loose. That's the PA announcer. And he's going to say, I don't need a basketball. He might be saying it, but so far hasn't been able to knock it down. Came close there. Now they've got it. And if you're Northside, you're wishing that could count for 2 points, but that's not how it works. But the way it does work here is the arrow favors the Legends, so they'll keep the ball. Harmeyer looking to fire it in. Goes with a long pass to Blakey. Aubrey Blakey's been quiet from the floor so far. We do still have a lot of basketball to be played. Floto sets the screen for Mitchell. Step back three for Mitchell. It's good! Mariana Mitchell gives the Legends a 10-point lead. Timeout called by Fremont. Well, what a start for these Legends, 12-2. I talked about how earlier this season they've got off to some good starts, but ended up losing in the end. Did get off to a good start against DeKalb. Had a halftime lead in that one. Couldn't finish, though. But right now they are ahead 12-2 on the Fremont Eagles. And while we've got a chance, we might as well show you some of the good defense that we've seen from the Legends so far. Gianna Floto has done a lot offensively there. Altered the shot defensively, might have even got the block. Either way, good job getting her hands up and staying with the ball handler. That three by Mitchell was the second three of the game for Northside. The other one belongs to Micaiah Harmeyer, if you're just joining us. Again, we had the Northrop Bruins boys basketball team surpass last year's win total of 1. Northside trying to match last year's win total of 2 and trying to do so against a very good team. Picked up by Cadence Wallace. She helped out with a double team there, and she's got the steal. Fremont has not had much answer for Northside's double teams. The lob inside, too high for Floto, and Grace Charlock has it. They have had some answers for Northside's high-low action, though. Early on, that was successful for Northside. Kind of an off-balance three, but it goes for Braylee Moss. And that was one that Fremont needed. Inside 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 12-5 in favor of Northside. They got Floto on the inside, but now Harmeyer goes baseline and hits the shot. Micaiah Harmeyer going down the baseline. That gives her 5 for the game. Addie Parr has it swatted by Floto. Right to the Northside bench. Only downside for the Legends is that is going to be Fremont ball, but that was an emphatic block by Floto. Screen set by Heller. They get it to her on the screen and roll, and Heller goes for the reverse and scores. Haley Heller scores off the bench. I believe she's the only bench player to score in this game so far. Northside can hold for the final shot of the quarter here. We're down to 48 seconds. Instead, it's Blakey going for the three, and that rims out. Rather uncontested rebound there for Charlock. Nice move there by Heller. Pull-up jumper, it's good. And we got a 5-point ball game. Heller with back-to-back buckets off the bench. And she helps to get Fremont right back in this game. But again, Northside can hold for the final shot of the quarter. Cadence Wallace drives inside. That is an air ball, saved by Floto, but into the wrong hands. Charlotte calling for it. Clock down to 5. Turner down the baseline. Left it short. Another chance, and Turner is fouled before the clock runs out. So Turner's going to get 2 free throws.
Her first, team second.
And she's got a chance to make this a 1-score game before the quarter officially ends. She still has that chance as the first one goes. Give credit to Turner for sticking with it on that last drive. She's 2 for 2.
She makes the second shot.
Well, it was a 10-point lead for Northside. Now it's a 3-point lead at the end of the first. We're back after this break here on SummitCitySports.com.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Why choose Kelly Chevrolet? We offer a wide selection of new and used inventory with a team that guides you to your perfect fit. Our certified pre-owned options ensure peace of mind with warranties and rigorous inspections. Competitive pricing, flexible financing, and convenient trade and services, making your dream Chevrolet a reality. Trust our experienced service team to keep your vehicle in top shape, and enjoy free car washes as long as you own your vehicle.
Well, it is Northside leading Fremont 14-11. However, Northside had a 12-2 lead, and the Eagles have cut into that deficit. Haley Heller with a couple of big buckets off the bench. I believe we've got one of them here that we can show you via our replay brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Now, that was a screen and roll that Heller set and got right underneath the basket. She chose to go for the reverse, and it worked out incredibly well for her. And now the Eagles, after back-to-back made free throws by Maya Turner just before the close of the first quarter, can make this a 1-point game or tie it. Oh, there was Morris lurking and looking for a turnover. Does not get it. That's going to be a kickball against Northside. We saw Morris's stinginess last week against New Haven. I was about to say, that definitely is Fremont basketball. As Heller waits to put it in, she finds Mallory Huffnagel. Huffnagel sets the screen. Heller into the paint, trying to get around Morris, missed it, and they're going to say touched by Northside. Heller inbounds to Parr. Heller fakes the three. All kinds of space on that baseline until Harmeyer closes in. Doesn't matter, though. Heller able to finish. Haley Heller's been a big boost for these Eagles off the bench, and they've cut it down to a 1-point game. Northside had a 10-point lead in the first quarter, very early in the first quarter, but Fremont has cut into that. This foul is going to be on the Eagles, though.
Foul number 20, her first, team's first.
Three ball on the way. Mitchell, no good. Cross-court feed. That's Sharlock. Check that. That pass was made to Moss, and now Sharlock feeds it over to Heller. Turner looking for her first field goal of the game. Doesn't get it there. That's a key stop for Northside, as they had seen a 10-point lead dwindle all the way down to 1. This is a good Fremont team. They come in at 7-3. A switch on the screen there as Turner went to guard Blakey. Well, the high-low action with Floto had worked wonders early on in this game. Fremont had been able to make the adjustment more recently. Floto had it knocked away and lost sight of the ball. Heller comes up with it. Morris almost gets a steal. Sharlock, three won't fall. And Sharlock unable to save it. Addie Parr will re-enter for the Eagles. Well, the Legends have gotten back-to-back stops the last two times down that the Eagles have had the ball. But now can the Legends translate that into some points? Floto calling for it with Heller on her. Mitchell sets the screen for Morris. Morris ran into trouble. That jump ball will favor the Legends. They go long to Morris. Parr was lurking. Morris feeds it out to Mitchell. Long possession here for the Legends and a timeout called by Michael Morris. It's the second timeout that I said Michael Morris. It's Michael Wallace. That's the second timeout he's had to use. Well, with that, we will go ahead and get a few more words in from our sponsors. Online degree programs at the University of St. Francis are built for convenience and flexibility. Most degrees can be completed in 12 months. Visit online.sf.edu. Specialists in design, build mechanical and refrigeration. Visit tjwindustrial.com. The 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LIUNA. Well, it's still Northside with a 14-0 lead. We've only had 2 points scored here in this second quarter, though, and they both belong to Fremont. .5:21 left to go in the second quarter. Inbound goes to Blakey. She's been held scoreless so far. Harmeyer able to save the possession for now. Inside, Mitchell left it short. Well, she had a great look, but did not execute on the shot. Heller sets the screen. Sharlock through traffic. She's fouled. And she will go to the line to shoot two. It's on Aubrey Blakey, and Charlock's got a chance to, at the very least, tie the game here. And she's done that much. One more free throw for the lead. Two for two, and Fremont has their first lead since it was 2-0. Northside was up 12-2. Fremont has come all the way back with a 12-2 run. A catch-and-shoot three. Blakey, no good. Floto's got the offensive board. That's an air ball. Mitchell, the turnaround, counted, and one! Mariana Mitchell gets two back for the Legends.
Mitchell, foul number 30, her first, team second.
Braylee Moss called for the foul. Second team foul this quarter against Fremont. And Mariana Mitchell goes to the line, trying to complete a three-point play. She does, and the Legends are not only back in front, but up by two. They get their first bucket of the second quarter. I have to correct myself. It's actually a 13-2 run that the Eagles were on. Charlock able to save that one. Charlock through the paint with the right hand draws the foul. That's going to be on Harmeyer. Harmeyer's first foul, and again, Charlock back at the line. Moments ago, she gave Fremont their first lead since it was 2-0. And now she's got a chance to tie it back up. She does.
She makes the second shot.
17 all after Northside had led by 10. Morris on the attack. High floater, and it goes. Nothing but net. Kamaya Morris. Charlock double teamed. Traveling is called. Well, Harmeyer has to tie her shoes, so they'll stop and wait for her to get that laced up, but it looks like she's got it laced up. Morris finds Blakey. Fremont in a man-to-man defense here. Pass is tipped, and that looked like it was knocked out by Turner, and that is the call. It'll be Northside basketball. Well, how do you feel about being the only person in your section? A fan in that orange sweatshirt gets to say that. You got lots of room. As Floto misses, there's some more of that high-low action. Floto stayed with it. And good effort by Mitchell, but she knocks it out. Over to Parr. Knocked away. There's some of the scrappiness by Morris, and it's going to be Northside ball. I thought Morris touched it last. Had to be helped to her feet. The fans just said, how is it white ball? Well, that was a heck of a play by Morris, but I'm wondering the same thing. Morris hobbles to the sideline. As I recall, we saw this last week, the game against New Haven. She's still walking around. Hopefully it's not serious. Looks like a matchup zone, if I'm not mistaken, by Fremont. Blakey has yet to score in this game, and yet the Legends lead it by 2. Harmeyer has it tipped, able to stay with it, but then knocked away. Charlock fighting for the turnover, and in the end, that's what it's going to be. That possession arrow will favor Fremont. Michael Wallace saying to be more aggressive, and he might have meant that for Cadence Wallace. I thought I heard him say K before he said to be more aggressive. Turner around Wallace, missed the shot, but that's going to stay with Fremont. Two legends, including Cadence Wallace, touched that ball on its way out. Well, Kamaya Morris will come back in the game, so short rest for her. Did look a little hobbled earlier as she left the floor after forcing that turnover. Inbound to Turner. Addie Parr down the baseline. Passes it across the paint, but a foul is called. They're going to call that on Mariana Mitchell. Third team foul against Northside. Parr fires it in, just got it to Sharlock. Steps inside, couldn't bank home the jumper. Blakey trying to get to it, and she's fouled. No, she had Floto wide open underneath the baseline, and Blakey was trying to secure that ball so she could get it to her. Fremont's able to disrupt the transition game. Can Northside get something in the half-court game? Instead, they turn it over. Maya Turner jumped that like a safety, but couldn't finish. Putback won't go either, but Moss is fouled. That's going to be on Morris. Check that, Mitchell. Mariana Mitchell. It's Mitchell's second foul. And Braylee Moss at the free throw line. Northside boys played here last night against DeKalb. The Legends were a winner there. As Moss knocks down the first free throw, and she can tie the game again. Last 5 Fremont points have come from the free throw line, but Moss with a chance to tie this thing back up, and she missed it. But an offensive board by Maya Turner. Pulled down on the deck by Floto. Here comes Morris. Can she finish? No, and there's Turner with the board. Sharlock up ahead. Heller for the lead. Transition bucket for Heller and the Eagles. 8 points off the bench for Haley Heller. Offensive board, and Mitchell's going to the line. 1:44 to play. Game started in an interesting way. Of course, Fremont got the game's first bucket, but then Northside answered with a 12-0 run. Kind of hit Fremont in the mouth early on, but the Eagles responded and came back to take the lead. It's been a back-and-forth game most of this second quarter. Critical free throws coming up for Mitchell. Missed the first one. She can still tie the game, though. Mallory Huffnagel enters for the Eagles. Oh for 2. Sharlock through traffic finds Parr. Addie Parr hanging in the air, missed the shot. Well, the Eagles have missed a lot of shots around the rim. I guarantee that's going to be something that head coach Shea Thomas will be addressing at the half. Blakey for 3, no good. Blakey still scoreless for the game. Here comes Parr, but the pass is long. And Fremont turns it over. Cadence Wallace will re-enter and give Mitchell a breather. Mitchell comes out with those 2 fouls. But she's been solid down in the paint. Has hit a 3 in this game. Over to Morris as we come down to the final minute of the first quarter. That's going to be traveling. Fremont did win the JV game, although Northside made a little run and made it close. After being down 19-8. Parr had it knocked away. That's Morris, but she lost it. And then Heller travels. Well, you see more of that scrappiness from Kamaya Morris. And it nearly didn't matter, but ultimately Northside is able to force the turnover, and they can take the lead inside the final minute. We'll see if they hold for the final shot. There's no shot clock in IHSAA basketball. I've worked a couple games this year with Keith Edmonds, and he and I are in agreement. We'd both be in favor of Indiana adopting a shot clock. Has not happened yet. Morris looking for help, and that's picked up by Heller. And now Heller came very close to turning that one over in the backcourt. Sharlock through the paint. It goes off the glass. Grace Sharlock hits a tough shot. "11 seconds on the clock. A foul is called.
Foul number 10, her second, team's fifth.
That was the 5th team foul, so this will be free throws for Northside. And it looks like it's going to be Blakey to shoot the free throws. Well, Mitchell just went 0 for 2 on the Legends' last trip to the line. But Blakey gets her first. She's been held scoreless up until this point. Blakey, the leading scorer on these Legends coming into this game. She averages over 10 points per game. And she goes 2 for 2 from the line. 1 point game. But Fremont can hold for the final shot. Right now they got to beat the 10-second clock. Sharlock going the wrong way. Fires it long. And stepping out of bounds is Heller. And that's going to be the end of the first half. Well, a close game between the 7-3 Fremont Eagles and the 1-7 Northside Legends, but it's Fremont leading 22-21 at the half. And while we've got a chance, we'll go ahead and pay a few more bills here on SummitCitySports.com. Earn your edge this season. PSM's Edge Training Program maximizes your athleticism through personalized performance training. To reach your goals and get you to the next level, visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com/edge to schedule your free consultation. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports, like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Well, it was a good start for the Northside Legends. They went on a 12-0 run after Fremont had gotten the game's first bucket. Northside had a 12-2 lead at that point, but then Fremont came all the way back and took the lead, and the second quarter was very much a back-and-forth quarter as Fremont and Northside continued to trade leads. 22-21 in favor of Fremont at halftime. We're back in 2 minutes.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Why choose Kelly Chevrolet? We offer a wide selection of new and used inventory with a team that guides you to your perfect fit. Our certified pre-owned options ensure peace of mind with warranties and rigorous inspections. Competitive pricing, flexible financing, and convenient trade and services, making your dream Chevrolet a reality. Trust our experienced service team to keep your vehicle in top shape and enjoy free car washes as long as you own your vehicle.
It's Fremont leading Northside 22-21 at halftime here at By-Hay Arena. Northside had a 12-2 lead, but Fremont has been able to cut into that deficit, not only cut into that deficit, but come all the way back and take the lead. Right now we'll go ahead and give you our first half scoring leaders. Right now I've got Haley Heller for 8 points, those coming off the bench. Grace Sharlock has 8 points, 4 of those coming from the free throw line. Braylee Moss with 3. Maya Turner with just 2 at this point. Again, these scores are unofficial, but that's what I have at this point. Mariana Mitchell, I've got her for 8 points to lead all Northside scorers. I've got Makaya Harmeyer with 5, Jayana Floto with 4, Kamaya Morris with 2, and Aubrey Blakey with 2, those also coming from the charity stripe. Well, while we've got a chance, we'll go ahead and show you a couple of our replays. These replays, as always, are brought to you by by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Well, here on this particular replay, you see Kamaya Morris and her dribble drive ability gets through the paint and hits the floater to give Northside what at the time was a 19-17 lead. Early on in this game, they'd had a lot of success with their high-low action, their screen and roll game, getting Floto open down on the block and getting it to her on the block. But here you're going to see Fremont retake the lead. They get a stop, and then they get an opportunity in transition. Maya Turner's been all over the floor. Not a very high-scoring night for her, but she's been all over the basketball and starts that possession, which leads to Haley Heller coming up with a transition deuce. And that gave Fremont the lead at 20-9. At this point, they have not trailed since then. It's 22-21 at the half. Well, we have one score that we can check on of a game that's going on right now, and that is related to Indiana Tech hockey. We broadcast Indiana Tech hockey here on SummitCitySports.com. The Warriors are up 8-0 over Penn State. That's women's hockey. Warriors are ranked number 7 in the NAIA poll. Do have some games coming up this evening. We had a game end earlier today with Northrop boys basketball beating Churubusco. We'll tell you what games are coming up this evening in our basketball broadcasts on SummitCitySports.com.
Down 3, 2, 1.
Jump high, block, serve, react quick to the ball. PSM performance has helped me in every aspect of the game. Working with Zach has definitely been super influential. Getting stronger in the weight room, all the agility work, sprinting, jumping. It's just really increased my game in volleyball and also my speed and my strength.
(22-21), Fremont leads Northside. A reminder that we've got more high school basketball coming up later this evening at 7:45. Southside takes on Central Noble. Southside fresh off their win against Snyder. That's boys basketball, by the way. They beat Snyder last night over at Don Reichert Gymnasium. And the Archers are 2-0 in boys basketball after that win, looking to improve on that tonight against Central Noble. And Bishop Dwenger will be in action against the Kokomo Wildcats. That's boys basketball as well. Tim Atkinson and Keith Edmonds will have the call over there from Dwenger. And we'll have more Indiana Tech hockey this evening. Indiana Tech will take on University of Michigan Dearborn. That'll be men's hockey. Joe Hacker will bring you the call from the Parkview Sport One Ice House here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, which is not too far from here at Northside High School, by the way. 22-21. We've got about 2 minutes before the second half gets underway. We'll be back in just a moment as we get closer to the start of the second half here on SummitCitySports.com.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead Girls Golf Team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Why choose Kelly Chevrolet? We offer a wide selection of new and used inventory with a team that guides you to your perfect fit. Our certified pre-owned options ensure peace of mind with warranties and rigorous inspections. Competitive pricing, flexible financing, and convenient trade and services, making your dream Chevrolet a reality. Trust our experienced service team to keep your vehicle in top shape and enjoy free car washes as long as you own your vehicle.
Well, we are ready to begin the third quarter from By-Hay Arena here at Northside High School. Legends putting up a good fight, but they're down 22-21 to the 7-3 Fremont Eagles. Eagles have driven 50 minutes from Fremont, Indiana, which is just south of the Michigan border. It's north of Angola. Of course, Angola is not only home to Angola High School, where we've broadcast volleyball games before. Typically, it's been Jaron Matheny who's gone up there. We've also done some broadcasts of the PSM Holiday Hoop Series from Trine University, which is up there in Angola. Setup at Trine is a little interesting. I mean, the basketball gym, it's a nice gym, been inside there. They have a golf course right there on campus, and the clubhouse is actually in the same building that houses the gym. Or houses the basketball arena, I should say, the MTI Center. Meanwhile, here at Northside, the Legends start with the basketball. Morris looks to drive, goes for the floater, but can't hit. Charlock back down the floor. Oh, wide open. That's Moss. She'll fire the three, count it, and she's fouled. That's going to go on Harmeyer. Well, Braylee Moss was wide open. You don't blame Harmeyer there for getting the hand up, but what you don't want to do is foul. Moss completes the three-point play, and the Eagles have their largest lead of this game. They're up 5. Blakey uses the screen. Floto calling for it. That high-low action was successful for Northside early on. But then later on, for instance, late in the first quarter, we saw Fremont make some adjustments. Fremont's going to get the ball back here on a jump ball. 7:08 to go here in this third quarter. High inbound to Moss. Moss gets it to Charlock through traffic. Nice fake. Claire Folt puts it in. Claire Folk had been held scoreless up until that made bucket there. And she's able to score in transition. Morris feeds that one over to Harmeyer. Mitchell goes down low. Blakey to the basket, left it short. Harmeyer's right there. She throws it long. Oh, Harmeyer might have been better served to let that one go. I thought that would have been Northside ball had she done so, but instead it's out off of her, and Fremont takes over. Turner to inbound. 6-0 run to start this quarter, and a foul on Morris.
Foul number 3, her first, team second.
So we reset our fouls there. That is the second team foul against Northside. That's going to be another foul on Blakey. Well, I think Blakey lost her footing there, and that's what led to the foul, but nonetheless, it is contact, and it'll go against Blakey. That's her second. Oh, Charlock just turned her head at the right moment. Looked for a second like she wasn't going to be ready for that pass. Folk open, but she missed. Well, Fremont has had some trouble down low in the paint. They've had some good looks that have not gone down. Baseline drive here. Wallace feeds it outside to Blakey. Looks like a matchup zone by the Eagles as Michael Wallace calls a timeout. He's down to just 2 remaining. Well, the Eagles started this third quarter on a 6-0 run. So far, the Legends have not yet been able to answer. Go ahead and give you a look at a couple of our replays. This was the 3 that started the scoring for Fremont. Moss was wide open, and then Harmeyer, with that little bump at the end, kind of nudged her right as she turned her back and ran right into Moss. And that's what got the foul call. So you can see from that replay clearly a foul on the part of Harmeyer. And then Fremont later able to get down the floor. They get Claire Folk, who makes a nice fake to get herself free and get the bucket. So there's that 6-0 run I was talking about from Fremont. Northside looking for an answer. They defeated New Haven last week here on this very gym. Trying to deliver an upset to Fremont. Fremont's got a long bus ride coming up when this game is done. It was a 50-minute drive from Fremont, Indiana, just south of the Michigan border. Floto feeds it outside to Mitchell. And you'd think that if Northside's going to remain in this game, Aubrey Blakey's going to have to get it going sooner than later. Morris on the attack. Floater goes. Kamaya Morris with a much-needed bucket. They set the screen. Here goes Charlock to the basket, and she's fouled by Floto. Already that's the 4th team foul against Northside here in this third quarter. And Charlock goes to the line. She's been effective from there. I said she's been effective. I didn't say she was on a streak. Though now I think I can say this. She had made her last 4 from the free throw line. Second one goes. Morris on the drive, feeds outside to Wallace. Mitchell directing traffic. Trying to get it to Blakey, and the ball is poked away by Charlock. Morris scoops it up. Wild shot. Floto misses around the rim. Well, Northside's had a few opportunities in the painted area that they have not been able to cash in on. Parr just threads the needle to Folk. Turner's open. One dribble. Inside, Folk puts it home. Blakey finds Morris. Coming up on the 4-minute mark, the halfway point of this third quarter. Blakey, still nothing from the field, and that hasn't changed. Ripped away by Folk. Wallace a little slow getting back down the floor, but Morris comes up with a takeaway. Wallace has a chance. They get it to her, but she missed. Here's Sharlock. Right around the free throw line, over to Turner. Turner banks it in. Little hanging jumper, or more like a hanging layup for Turner. Well, Fremont was down by 10 early in this game. That was in the first quarter. Now they lead it by 10. The last couple possessions for Northside, they've had chances around the rim to score, but have not been able to finish. And some of that's a credit to Fremont's defense, but on that last transition opportunity, Wallace had a good look but couldn't cash in. Morris fouled on the drive. That's only the first team foul this quarter against Fremont.
Foul number 4, her first, team's first.
Addie Parr called for the foul. Floto finds Blakey. Floto comes to set the screen. Harmeyer picked up her dribble. Dangerous spot to do that in, but able to preserve the possession. Avery Lazier is in the game right now. Blakey feeds to Harmeyer. She can hit from out there, but she missed that one. Parr fires over to Sharlock. Extra pass. Huffnagel. Her three doesn't go, but Turner keeps it alive. Maya Turner seems to have a nose for the basketball. Folk sets the screen. Parr for three. Short. Comes down to Lazier. Trailing behind is Turner, and she gets the takeaway. And then she throws it away. Harmeyer down the floor, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Huffnagel. And Huffnagel might be bleeding. Maybe not. Blakey to inbound. Aubrey Blakey still does not have a made shot from the field in this game. High catch by Mariana Mitchell. Mitchell through traffic. Got it! Mitchell with a tough floater. Ten points for Mariana Mitchell as we reach the 2-minute mark, or as we approach the 2-minute mark. Sharlock around the screen. Knocked away, but Sharlock recovers. Parr with a step to her right, knocked away by Mitchell. Mitchell able to keep it away from the trailing Turner, and Mitchell is fouled. I believe that's going to go on Huffnagel. Just the second team foul against Fremont, but some very critical free throws coming up here for Mariana Mitchell. And she cashes in on the first one. Northside boys had a 4-point win against DeKalb last night, handing the Barons their first loss of the season. For Northside, if they were to win this game, it would not be Fremont's first loss. But Fremont is 7-3 coming into this game. 12 for Mitchell in the game. Morris going after the steal, but she knocks it out. 1:47 on the clock. Well, we have seen Morris's scrappiness the last couple of weeks. We saw it last week against New Haven, and we're seeing it tonight here against Fremont. Inbound to Sharlock. Well, 2-2-1 pressure by Northside. Feed to Heller. Heller swings it outside. Turner had to regather. She turned her eyes at the wrong second. That three won't go, and that's out of bounds off of Northside. Well, I tell you what, I thought that was touched last by the Eagles. Instead, the Eagles get the ball. Inbound to Heller. Moss able to protect the basketball. Heller uses the baseline. Has to swing it back out to Turner. Sharlock for three. Yes! Sharlock rattles it home. Just as Northside had gotten it back to a two-score game, Grace Sharlock rattles home the three. And we're inside the final minute of this third quarter. Northside's been held to 6 points in the quarter, but can they get something before the quarter closes? That's poked to the backcourt. It was touched by Sharlock. So still Northside ball. Mitchell on the attack. Blakey still scoreless from the field in this game. Floto sets the screen for her. Morris got it off to Harmeyer. And Harmeyer is fouled. It's going to be on Sharlock. 27.4 seconds left. That's the third team foul against Fremont here in this third quarter. Northside ball along the sideline, I beg your pardon, as Harmeyer looks to put it in. She finds Blakey. Morris has it. We know Morris can go quick and make things happen with dribble penetration. Looks like she's trying to do that here. She draws the foul. Harmeyer frustrated on a couple of fronts. First of all, she thought she had an open three, and then the foul negated her chance to take one. Secondly, she didn't catch the pass cleanly. This is Willow Whitaker who checks into the game. First time she's come in for Fremont. Long inbound to Blakey. Blakey feeds it outside to Mitchell. Clock down to 7. Mitchell, no good. Heller's got it. Clock down to 1, and I don't think she's going to get it off. She doesn't. Well, the third quarter ends with the Eagles leading 36-27 over Northside. We're back for the fourth in just a moment here on SummitCitySports.com.
Why choose Kelly Chevrolet? We offer a wide selection of new and used inventory with a team that guides you to your perfect fit. Our certified pre-owned options ensure peace of mind with warranties and rigorous inspections. Competitive pricing, flexible financing, and convenient trade and services, making your dream Chevrolet a reality. Trust our experienced service team to keep your vehicle in top shape and enjoy free car washes as long as you own your vehicle.
36-27 in favor of Fremont. They made the 50-minute drive from just south of the Michigan border to come here to Baha'i Arena, and they're looking to close this thing out. Northside's shown some signs that they might be improving, whether it's the quickness of Kamaya Morris, the good post play we saw early on in this game from Gianna Floto, having a halftime lead against DeKalb earlier this year. Starting out in a 12-2 lead in this game as Blakey loses it on the way up. Here comes Sharlock down the floor. Oh, good find. Turner foul. I think that's going to be Mitchell. That's Mitchell's third personal as Turner goes to the free throw line. Turner's been all over the court, especially defensively. Scoring-wise, she's only got 5 points for the game, but she's been very active on the defensive end for the Fremont Eagles. She's shown her quickness as well. And Turner goes 2 for 2 on this trip, and it's an 11-point lead for Fremont. Morris looking for Floto, too high. Harmeyer's there, though, and she trips. That's going to be a foul on Sharlock, I think. Yes, it is. Number 10. That is Sharlock. Harmeyer will inbound. And she fires it into Blakey. And she'll get it over to Morris. Morris feeds Blakey. Just gets it through to Floto. Morris calls for it. The late feed to Floto. Couldn't put it in. Mitchell battling. That's going to be a jump ball, I believe, and the arrow favors Fremont. 7:13 on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Is that a 5-second violation? It is. Fremont turns it right back over. Harmeyer, a little tip pass into Floto. Mitchell was open, then Turner closed in on her. And we get a foul away from the ball. I think they called it on Floto. They did. That's Floto's third foul. Second team foul this quarter against Northside. They do get to set up their press. But a clean inbound there to Huffnagel. And then Huffnagel is fouled on the other side of the floor, and I believe that'll be number 4 against Mitchell.
Foul number 12, her fourth, team's third.
Indeed, it is her fourth foul. All right, now Michael Wallace having a little word with Andrew Klein, who's sitting in one of the bleachers behind the baseline. Andrew Klein's the athletic director here at Northside. It looked like maybe it had something to do with the court. But either way, Fremont comes up empty on this possession. Wallace able to keep control of the basketball. Morris thought about the jumper, instead feeds Floto. That's through the hands of Wallace and out of bounds. Looked like she turned her head at just the wrong moment. Addie Parr will enter the game for Fremont. And now she will inbound the basketball. It was going to be Turner who put it in play. Instead, it's Parr. She's able to find Huffnagel. Morris brings the double team, unable to force the turnover, and now a foul going to be called on Morris.
Foul number 3, her second, team's fourth.
Fourth team foul against Northside, and again, the Legends put the Eagles just one foul closer to a double bonus. Timeout called by the Eagles. That's only their second. We'll take a timeout right along with them here on SummitCitySports.com.
Down 3, 2, 1.
If you're on the level basketball court, you need to have your ability to jump high, block, serve, react quick to the ball. PSM Performance has helped me in every aspect of the game. Working with Zach has definitely been super influential. Getting stronger in the weight room, all the agility work, sprinting, jumping. It's just really increased my...
Back to the action. Fremont leads by 11 over Northside. Oh, that buzzer came as a bit of a surprise to just about everyone. Clock was running. Well, after the inbound, Blakey's going to come in. Michael Wallace was asking what was going on, it sounded like. But yeah, Blakey came in after that ball was inbounded. That is an odd sequence. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to get the sub in before the ball's inbounded. Well, Fremont called the timeout. Well, they're going to have to run their inbound play one more time. Parr fires it in right next to the timeline. That's Heller who makes the catch. Heller with 8 points off the bench in this game, and she was instrumental in starting the comeback run for Fremont. Three ball is good. Braylee Moss. 14-point lead for Fremont, their largest of the game. Morris had it knocked away. She recovers. Looking for help. She finds Wallace. Lob inside, knocked away, but Floto recovers. Now Morris will try a three. No good. Northside scoreless so far here in this fourth quarter. Parr looks to feed it in, trying to get around Morris. Turner able to hit the floater. Maya Turner up to 8 points in the game. Back down the other end, Aubrey Blakey finally gets a make from the field and one.
2 for 2, Blakey. Foul number 20, her fourth, team second.
Up until that bucket, Blakey only had 2 points from the free throw line. Now she'll look to complete a three-point play. Still a lot of time in the game, 4:59 to go. Northside had a 10-point lead. Fremont has erased that. Does Northside have a run left in them here in the fourth quarter? Parr kind of bumped into Wallace and throws it away. Moss unable to recover. Blakey feeds that one to Mitchell. Harmeyer looking for some help. Blakey drives through traffic, and she's fouled. Well, Blakey will go right back to that free throw line.
Foul number 4, her second, team's third.
Addie Parr going to be called for that foul. .429 left to go in this game, and Blakey's free throw is long. Looks like Fremont wants to make a substitution pending a make here. Lane violation called on Blakey, so she won't get a second chance. Meanwhile, Chloe Verdon comes into the game. Verdon actually just played in the JV game right before this one. Now, the JV game only went 2 quarters long. Huffnagel quickly through the double team. Outside to Verdon. A wide open Huffnagel. Goes back outside to Heller. With his 13-point lead, Fremont can't afford to take some time. Moss goes outside to Heller. Nearly knocked away. Turner recovers. And Turner is fouled. Maya Turner will go to the free throw line. Reminder, we've got more high school boys basketball coming your way. And it looks like Kokomo and Bishop Dwenger might be getting an early start here. Yeah, I thought that was a 7:30 tip, and it's just about 5:45, and they're already introducing the starting lineups over there at Dwenger. That's a short distance from here at Northside, by the way, very short distance. Turner goes 2 for 2 from the line. Well, Maya Turner is the second leading scorer for Fremont coming into this game. I've got her for 10 points tonight. Wallace going to fire a three, and that one won't go. Morris trying to keep it alive, but she goes over the back. That's the fourth personal on Morris. Fifth team foul against Northside, and free throws coming up for Fremont. It was a loose ball foul, so you do get free throws in that instance, with this being the fifth team foul against the Legends. Again, that Dwenger boys game is against Kokomo, and they're just about to get started, I think. Yep, they're about to get started. So as soon as we finish here, you can turn it over to Kokomo versus Dwenger. Watch that game on our YouTube page as well as this one here on SummitCitySports.com. This is Chloe Verdon at the free throw line. And she goes 2 for 2. Northside had a 10-point lead. They were up 12-2 in the first quarter. Fremont has erased that deficit. Turner nearly a steal. Boy, Turner, a stingy defender. You've seen that a few times tonight as she continues to harass Northside ball handlers. Floto sets the screen for Blakey. Step back three, Mitchell, short, right to Charlotte. Jump ball is called. It's going to go back to Northside. I've got Grace Charlock for 12 points in this game. Blakey comes across the timeline. Looks like a 2-3 zone here by Fremont. Mitchell behind the back, and that's going to be a foul called on Turner. It'll be the fourth team foul against Fremont. And into the game comes Avery Leisure. Blakey across the timeline. 3-2 look here for Fremont. May have just been a matchup zone. It looked like they've shifted into the man-to-man. Knocked away by Turner and into the hands of Mallory Huffnagel. Timeout called by Shea Thomas.
Timeout Barons.
Full timeout.
Sorry, that was last night.
Little comedic moment there. Our PA announcer said timeout Barons. And then after being called out, he said, sorry, that was last night. That's right, the DeKalb Barons were here for boys basketball last night. This is the Fremont Eagles. And the Fremont Eagles have really turned it around in this game after falling behind by 10 points. Grace Charlock, leading scorer for these Eagles, will finish this game in double figures. She's got 12. hit a three back in the third quarter to stretch the lead out to 9. And what a huge three that was. Northside, for the moment, looked like they were on the comeback trail. Northside has been held to, I believe, just 5 points here in this fourth quarter. Check that. They've been held to 3 points here in the fourth quarter. Sharlock picked up by Blakey. It's been a tough night for Blakey. She's the leading scorer for Northside coming into this game. She's been held to just 5 points so far. She's getting plenty of help from her team early on in this game, but Fremont really started to change momentum there late in the first quarter. It's just a 1-point game at halftime, but you saw Fremont start to pull away in the third. Inside the final 2 minutes here, screen set by Folk. Open three for Braylee Moss. She's hit a couple threes, but not this one. Folk, though, with the offensive board, and Turner gets fouled. Well, over at Dwenger, the Saints are down 10-0 to Kokomo. Now, they made a longer drive to Fort Wayne than these Fremont Eagles did. I believe Kokomo's a 2.5-hour bus ride from here, if I'm not mistaken. He's a 2.5 or 1.5. Look that up in a minute, but actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's a 2.5-hour drive to Lafayette, 1.5 hour to Kokomo. 2 for 2 goes Turner. Turner's got 12 points in the game. Foul on the other end before the shot.
Foul number 30, her second, team's fifth.
That foul's going to go on Braylee Moss. It'll be the 5th team foul against Fremont. And Blakey will go to the line. And it is a 1.5 hour distance between Kokomo and Fort Wayne. Just double checked it there on my GPS. Blakey did miss the first free throw. She'll get one more chance. Northside has been held to 3 points here in this fourth quarter. Make it 4.
Blakey makes the second shot.
It's been a tough go of it for Blakey. She's been held to only 6 points tonight, but there's a takeaway by Harmeyer on the other end. Morris kind of lost her dribble on the drive and misses the jumper. Turner fires down the floor to Sharlock. Sharlock trying to go through traffic. And right now it looks like Fremont is just content to let some time tick off this clock, at least trying to get the clock down under a minute. Turner finds Sharlock. And now we are under a minute, down to 55 seconds. Sharlock into the paint, left-hand layup, count it, and one. Grace Sharlock. Well, she's got 14 points in this game. That foul will be charged to Cadence Wallace. I believe that's Northside's 6th foul of this quarter. Sharlock at the line completes the three-point play, and it's a 22-point lead, make that 21-point lead for Fremont. Well, they've gotten the lead over 20 points, but it was a shaky start for the Eagles, but they force a turnover here. Sharlock comes up with it. Nearly knocked away. Blakey came close to a steal. But the Eagles have taken the clock down under 30 seconds. And the Eagles look like they'll win this game by over 20 points, but they had to overcome a 10-point deficit early on in this game. It was a 1-point game at halftime. But the Eagles are going to walk out of Baha'i Arena with a victory. And right now, Huffnagel doesn't even have to dribble. Just hand it to the ref, and the clock will run out. Fremont wins it 52-31 over Northside. And it was a big turnaround for the Eagles after they fell behind 12-2. Northside hit them early on with the high-low game, but the Eagles were able to make the adjustment and start stopping that as the first quarter went on and had a 1-point lead at halftime and then rode the momentum into the second half. And they win it by 21 here at By-Hay Arena. Our Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game is going to be Maya Turner. She does finish the game with 14 points, but it was more her defense that helped to make an impact in this ball game. Turner was stingy, was active going after loose balls, and so largely for that reason, she's going to be our Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game. And that will do it from here at By-Hay Arena. The Fremont Eagles beat the Northside Legends 52-31. For my cameraman, Matt Jackson, this is Thad Goff saying so long from By-Hay. You've been watching high school girls basketball on SummitCitySports.com. Got more action for you tonight as Dwenger is in action taking on Kokomo, and we'll have Southside against Central Noble. But from here, Fremont beats Northside 52-31 on SummitCitySports.com. Thanks for watching.